Hi, I'm Kristen Burt for LifeScript.com. How does a trip to an Academy Awards gifting suite save an actor's life? The Dark Knight star Eric Roberts shares his incredible story about a simple blood test that detected he was at high risk for a heart attack. All right, Eric, we're here to talk about your heart health, but let's go all the way back to the beginning. What brought you to the attention of the doctor? Were you going in for a checkup?
Two things saved my life: the Academy Awards and Garda Heart. In that, the Academy Awards was giving a gifting lounge, giving away stuff to celebrities and nominees, blah blah blah. And my wife and I were there, and we're getting all kinds of free stuff.
And usually this is like vacations and watches and jewelry.
Yeah. And they offered us a Garda Heart test. Sure, why not? So I took it, and I got high risk.
Did it alarm you when they said you were high risk after the gifting suite?
I don't really buy any of that because I thought I was Superman. So, yeah, high risk. I don't have any issues, and I really was not nervous or afraid or anything. It's just some kind of weird test number. What do I care? I'll be fine. My cardiologist told me if it weren't for Garda Heart, I would probably not be here.
Wow.
That's what he said.
You were not showing any signs nor symptoms.
Nothing. So I didn't even pay attention up to my cardiologist says, we got to get you out of here. And I realized, wow, this is serious. Because I'm in great shape, I thought. I was fine. And always have been, always will be. I was mistaken.
So you went from an Academy Awards gifting suite to going to a doctor's appointment, which was your wife's, to the hospital.
So he came in for further evaluation, and we did a stress test, a very sensitive stress test using a nuclear isotope, and we found there were parts of his heart that weren't getting enough oxygen. And then we went on to get an angiogram, which actually looks at the arteries, and we found the presence of highly ulcerated plaque in two different arteries, and he had over 90% blockages in two of his arteries. So that was surprising in the fact that here's a guy who had no complaints, who was exercising, was feeling well, and this blood test was the red flag that kind of said, let's take another look. And we found very ulcerated plaque in two important arteries, and so those were repaired with stents.
Can you tell us what a stent is?
Okay, so a stent is a metal mesh. If you remember those old pens where you click the pens, the springs inside the pens, it's kind of like what a stent looks like, except it's made of titanium. And now we could put them in through the wrist. You go into the radial artery, the artery here in your wrist where you feel your pulse. Catheter goes all the way up into the heart, and the catheter goes into one of those arteries, and the balloon inflates and pops open the artery, and the stent keeps the artery propped open. And that actually pushes all the plaque to the side to keep the artery open. And also the stent is medicated, so it prevents the artery from closing up or closing down on the stent, and that keeps the artery open.
So you're feeling better. Were there any lifestyle changes involved after this?
Well, I thought I ate well. I did not for a heart issue, and I now eat broccoli and cauliflower with every meal I eat, and I don't eat sweets anymore.
So no sugar.
No, and I love sugar.
Are you still eating meat, like red meat and things like that?
No. My wife hates the fact that anybody eats animal. First of all, and that's a no-no. I love chicken and fish, but
do you eat a little chicken and fish?
I cheat on occasion, but it's rare now. I'm like pretty much a vegetarian.
Are you going completely vegan, or you're just more of a vegetarian?
Vegan, and you can't. I can't really go vegan because I love yogurt and I love frozen yogurt. Yeah, but yeah, I eat a little dairy, not a lot, but a little.
And how about your exercise? I know you were very fit before, but has that routine changed at all?
I have changed my exercise routine. It's basically 85% cardio now, and it was 35% cardio.
Oh, so that's a huge boost in cardio.
Big difference. Yeah, I spend a lot more time on the elliptical.
Yep.
The elliptical, it'll save all our lives.